Hello, Big Dave here. Today we're going to be talking about Ninjago's scrapped concepts. Okay, so this one's pretty famous. The idea was that Mr. E, Harumi's silent robot sidekick, was supposed to be Echo Zane. You know, the forgotten Nindroid from Dr. Julian's lighthouse. Sounds cool, right? But, how would Harumi even know he was there? Did she randomly stumble across him while sightseeing? The whole thing just doesn't make sense. Honestly, it's probably better this didn't happen, but imagine how wild it would have been to see Zane face his messed up, rejected twin. So, you know how Acronix and Crux just showed up in Season 7 ready to cause chaos? Originally, Chen was supposed to be the one who set everything in motion. The idea was that Chen and Klaus told the twins where to find the Great Devourer's eggs so the twins could break Chen out of his island prison. But of course, the twins' plan didn't exactly work out. This idea didn't make it into the show, but it did show up in the book Way of the Departed, so at least it exists somewhere. Still, Chen being the mastermind, that would have been such a flex. Alright, this one hurts. Instead of Zane's friends watching old recordings of him after his sacrifice in Rebooted, the original ending focused on Pixal. In this version, she was staring straight at the camera, and you could see Zane's outline reflected in her eyes. She was supposed to say, "Are we compatible now, That's so much sadder than what we got." I mean, the final version was already emotional, but this... Okay, this one is wild. In Season 2, Misako was supposed to successfully bring Garmadon back to her side. They get back together and everything seems fine, but Wu, not so much. He walks off, clearly upset, and then the Overlord starts manifesting inside of him. Yep, Wu almost went full dark side because he couldn't get over Misako choosing Garmadon. This would have been such a crazy twist, and honestly, I kind of wish they'd gone for it. Imagine Wu fighting his own darkness in later seasons. The Jin Blade was already kind of creepy, right? But the original concept was so much worse. Instead of just trapping people's souls, the blade would turn them into mindless husks, basically zombies. Like, their bodies would just be empty shells walking around. That's terrifying. Obviously, this idea got scrapped because, well, it's a kid's show, but can you imagine how much scarier Nadakan would have been if this had stayed in? He'd go from tricky villain to literal nightmare fuel. Thanks for watching, and if this video gets 2.5 likes, I'll make another.